Hello, all you lovely people, and welcome to another video of mine. Well, the day has finally arrived, and the release of the PlayStation 5 Pro is just around the corner. I thought it's going to be releasing in the Christmas holidays, but they have actually brought it forward, which is great for people who have been waiting for this console. Now, I am not going to be talking about the specs per se in this video, because if you've been following PlayStation 5 Pro, then you probably would already know what kind of specs it's going to come with. I rather am just going to focus on what Mark is talking about in this video when he's presenting the PlayStation 5 Pro. There are three key elements that he actually speaks about in this video, which is a larger GPU. So the CPU more or less stays the same, but he has spoken about advanced ray tracing as well and AI driven upscaling. Now, what was the need for a PlayStation 5 Pro in the first place? So he kind of gives you context as to how they came to this place where they released the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, if you already have a PlayStation 5, then you know that in most of the games, you have generally two modes, which is a fidelity mode, which is like a graphics mode, or a performance mode. And when you turn the game to the fidelity mode, the performance of the game, which is the frame rates, take a hit. Now, you do get a sharper, a better looking image, but you have to sacrifice on the frame rate in the fidelity mode. And in the performance mode, although you are getting 60 FPS, the resolution drastically drops down. Now, that is the whole reason as to why people wanted a PlayStation 5 Pro, because the current hardware of the PlayStation 5 could not support graphic fidelity plus your performance. So, PlayStation 5 enters into the picture and it aims to solve that problem. Now, what I'm going to be talking about in this video is just my personal view. I already have a PlayStation 5. So, I'm kind of thinking, should I really upgrade to the PlayStation 5 Pro? And I'm going to share my 2 cents about it. But let's first take a look at what they have to say about these three key points. That's the only thing that I'm going to be focusing on. I'm not going to be talking about the specs. I'm not going to be talking about the hardware in this video at all. I want to make it a crisp and a short video. So let's just first listen to this, and then I'll give you my 2 cents as to whether I'm looking at upgrading or not.
3. First, we made the GPU much larger and increased the speed of the memory it uses. The result is rendering that's up to 45% faster. Second, we made...
Okay, so what he's spoken about is, in terms of the GPU, it's going to be performing 45% faster. Now, if you take a look at the current set of games that are running on PlayStation 5, let's take an example of The Last of Us as an example. When you turn it onto the fidelity mode, then your frame rates are locked to 30 FPS. Now, because it is giving you that extra 45% performance boost here because of that enhanced GPU, obviously, I mean, it's going to have a direct impact on your gaming, and you can get even 60 FPS without sacrificing on that graphical fidelity. The second thing that they're talking about is
major
the advanced
upgrades to the ray tracing, taking a streamlined and accelerated approach that allows calculation of the rays at double or even triple the speeds of PlayStation 5. And finally, we added custom...
Okay, in terms of ray tracing, what ray tracing does is not just enhance the game's overall visuals, but it just makes everything look current gen. Now, there are a lot of older titles. Obviously, you know, if you go back and remaster them, you can kind of increase the sharpness. But if you really have to make the game look new gen, then you have to make sure that the lighting is redone. And that's where ray tracing or advanced ray tracing comes in. So I'm hoping that the games not just improve in terms of the frame rates, but even in terms of the looks, because with advanced ray tracing, you can actually get access to how light is bouncing off the characters and the environment, which can lead to better shadow quality, which can lead to better overall global illumination, and even reflections can drastically improve because of this.
hardware for machine learning, and an AI library called PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR for short.
I know a lot of people are talking about this. The PSSR sounds like USSR. But the PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution is going to be very similar to FSR or DLSS. If you've got a PC, if you have played around with FSR, in fact, FSR is also available on consoles, by the way. So you would probably know what this technology actually can do, the upscaling technology. And in fact, it can do wonders if you are into PC gaming and if you have an NVIDIA GPU, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. In fact, the technology works so well that even on a entry level card like the 4060, you can actually get more than decent performance, and it's going to make your graphics look so much better than consoles, the Series X or your PlayStation 5 even. Plus with all those graphical options, because you're playing on a PC. I think I'm already giving away hints of what I'm getting at probably towards the end of the video. I have spoken about PC, so I am obviously going to be comparing a PC to the PlayStation 5 as well, from the price perspective as well. But let's listen in on the PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution and what it can do.
PSSR analyzes the game images pixel by pixel and can add an extraordinary amount of detail, which boosts the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the big three involved, the results can be pretty amazing, with graphics showing something like fidelity levels of detail, but at double the frame rate. Here's The Last of Us Part 2 running on PS5 Pro. It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super smooth 60 frames per second. Let's compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5, which is only running at 30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier. This goal of delivering almost fidelity-like graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad set of titles, including Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart.
So obviously, the exclusive Sony titles are obviously going to benefit from this boost immediately. And I'm sure other developers will follow suit. And they will also kind of integrate the PSSR. It sounds funny. The PSSR in their games. And with the enhancement in GPU, with the advanced ray tracing, the big three that Mark is talking about, obviously, even the other games, like third-party games, not Sony exclusive titles, but third-party games will also ultimately benefit from it and will start looking so much more better. Now, here's the thing though. I already have a PlayStation 5, so I'm contemplating whether I should actually upgrade to a PlayStation 5 Pro or not. But here's the thing. I also have an Xbox Series X and I also have a PC. So for those of you who have a PC and a PlayStation 5, I don't really think, I mean, here's my 2 cents. I don't really think you would really benefit from upgrading to a PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, I have a 4070 Super GPU, and I think that already outperforms the PlayStation 5, and I'm sure it's going to outperform PlayStation 5 Pro as well because of so many graphical options that you get in a PC. And to me, personally, because I own all these devices, I am not leaning towards upgrading to a PlayStation 5 Pro because I'm happy with the titles as is on the PlayStation 5. Now, most of the times I find myself gaming on a PC, not even on my Xbox Series X. In fact, ever since I bought a PC or upgraded to a desktop, I already had a laptop that I was gaming on with the RX 6800M. It was an all AMD machine, but then I moved over to NVIDIA. So I went from Team Red to Team Green. And it's been a blast. I mean, I find myself gaming only on my PC. I don't even touch my PlayStation 5 anymore. And I've given away my Xbox Series X to my kid. So he actually enjoys Series X. I don't play my PlayStation 5. It's just lying around. And I find myself gaming on the PC because of so many options. In fact, the benefit of gaming on PC is also that you can actually have cheats or mods that you can take advantage of when you're gaming on the PC. So all that is not available on PlayStation 5, but PlayStation 5 also has its benefits and advantages. The PlayStation Plus, which is the service for games, just like your Xbox Game Pass, that really comes handy. Now, this is a scenario where you don't have a PC, you don't have an Xbox Series X, you only have a PlayStation 5, and you only want to game on a PlayStation. then I think upgrading to a PlayStation 5 Pro makes a lot of sense, because it's obvious that you may have gotten a PlayStation 5 because of the exclusive titles that are available on PlayStation. And by the way, if you ask me right now, even when I'm recording this video, I think the exclusive titles on PlayStation, they're comparatively better to exclusive titles on the Series X. But it's a catch 22 for PlayStation, because most of the titles are timed exclusives. They ultimately land on PC as well. It's just a matter of time, probably 6 months, 8 months, or a year, but they do end up landing on the PC as well. Good examples would be The Last of Us that we just saw. God of War Ragnarok is also coming to PC. So if you don't have the patience to wait, if you don't have a PC, if you don't have a Series X, you only have a PlayStation 5, then I think it definitely makes sense for you to upgrade to a PlayStation 5 Pro. But here's the thing, there are other devices that are linked to it as well. For instance, if you do have your PlayStation 5 hooked up to a TV, a 4K 120 hertz TV, then it obviously makes a lot of sense for you to upgrade. In fact, I will recommend that you upgrade to a PlayStation 5 Pro as soon as it hits the shelves. But if you are playing this on a 1440p monitor, or if you're connected to a 1080p monitor, then I don't think that the PlayStation 5 Pro would even make a lot of sense. I mean, you're still going to be very happy with your PlayStation 5 because your supporting hardware does not even support 4K 120 hertz. So it all depends on what your requirements are. I appreciate the fact that Sony has definitely listened to all its gamers, and it is giving us the PlayStation 5 Pro, just like it gave us PlayStation 4 Pro. But upgrading to one depends on your circumstances, your requirements, because at the end of the day, these machines are not cheap. And speaking of the pricing, let me just skip over that bit where they actually
we can
talk
see
about
that
the pricing.
PS5 Pro is close to doubling the power. Boost in ray tracing is also delivering big wins for running on the new console.
Let's quickly take a look at this short little clip, because the pricing will come right after. I will admit, it looks fantastic. I mean, they already do on the PlayStation 5, and with the 120 FPS, with that fidelity, graphical fidelity, it's gonna look bonkers if you have a supporting hardware like a TV with 4K 120 hertz, that is, or a monitor with 4K 120 hertz.
Did I do it? Oh, what is this? What's with all the neon?
AC Shadows. Looking forward to that one. The showcase, especially with car reflection, absolutely fantastic. Oh, looks great. There you have it, the pricing, and it's hitting the shelves on November 7th. I thought it's going to come out on Christmas holidays, but hey, they brought it forward, and it's just a few weeks away. $699. So let's round it off. It's $700 in the US, and it's not cheap. It's not a cheap device. But hey, if you don't have a PC, and if you only have a PlayStation 5, if you've got a good TV, I think the upgrade makes sense. Also, because of PlayStation Plus, the amount of games that are now available on PlayStation Plus is fantastic. So, if you've got a PlayStation 5 and a PC, like in my case, I do, I even have the Series X, I don't think I'm going to be upgrading to the PlayStation 5 Pro, because I am already getting better graphic fidelity with those higher frame rates on my PC, and I find myself gaming on the PC most of the times. I'm okay waiting for titles that are exclusive to Sony PlayStation. I can wait for it on the PC. And if I really want to play it without waiting, I can still play it on the 30 FPS mode, the fidelity mode, or the performance mode. It's not going to matter. At the end of the day, TVs have come a long way as well. So if you've got a good TV, the TV also has AI technology to upscale. So please note that when you are connecting your PlayStation 5 console, playing on the performance mode, you even have the TV actually supporting your performance overall. So because of the AI improvements in your televisions as well, you anyways are going to have a comparatively sharper image than what it can actually put out. However, obviously, when you have um, graphical things like grass, flora, fauna, um, if their quantity is reduced, then that obviously takes an impact on screen. But if it's just about the sharpness, I think the TV hardware can also come in and kind of lend a supporting or a helping hand to your existing PlayStation 5. Now, the pricing is not bad, by the way, but it is an expensive device. So if this is your first console, absolutely jump for it. It's a great console. I mean, PlayStation 5, it's not just a console for games, but if you don't have a smart TV, um, you can even take advantage of all the apps that are actually available on PlayStation, Netflix, Prime. You can actually watch your content on your console as well. So that's my 2 cents. I just wanted to share my excitement and at the same time, my personal opinion of what I am probably looking at doing. What do you guys think about the PlayStation 5 Pro, the announcement? Are you excited about it? Are you looking forward to purchasing one or upgrading your existing PlayStation 5 by trading it in? Let me know in the comment section. And if you are looking forward to any one of these titles that are going to come out, that are obviously going to benefit from PlayStation 5 Pro, which title is that? Kindly let me know in the comment section and we can have a good chat about it. But as far as this video goes, it's a wrap for this one. Before going, I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit that like and subscribe button and also that bell icon in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. I'll see you lovely folks in my next video. Until that time, I'll say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.